Okay, good morning all. This is Andesi with Andesi Gaming. Today we are going to take and buy the piece of property, well, right next door, and we're going to trim across the field here and connect the properties with our field. We're going to cut across the field right here, right through this road. We're going to connect the two pieces of property together, and then I'm going to probably wipe out the majority of that field there. And what it was is this little road here, we can cut it out. The game allows us to cut it out. So in the previous videos, we tried to take and do this on the old plots, and the road, it was considered a main road, I believe, by the game, so it wouldn't let me plow the field going across it and extend the field to the field on the other side of it. So, um, with that said, let me get to it, and we'll work and show you on what we're working on here. Okay, so we will go into the farmland and we'll buy this plot. For 22,000, yep. Okay, and once the plot's purchased, we're going to, oh, doggone it. Okay, we're going to grab the little tractor here again. We're going to go pick up the small plow so we can drive across there and cut or connect the two plots together with the plow. Okay, and we got the plow. Now I have to be real precise when I do this, otherwise I mess it up and then we have to go through it. Well, we're going to have to fix it some anyway with the construction tools. So I got to make it so it allows it to create fields. And then I need to line it up as best I can. So with the small tractor and the small plow here, the small plow will basically cut along the wheel lines. So I'll lower the plow, and we'll drive across the field here. And it still didn't go straight though, so we'll back up again. We'll take and hit another, do another little tiny pass with it. Is it going to work? Let me see. Just got to get it lined up. This was a bad decision to take and upgrade the engine on this tractor. It just doesn't respond very well. Yeah, I guess a little bit of mess up's not bad. We'll fix it afterwards. Yeah, I'm going to have to fix it there a little bit. Then I'm going to go down to the other side. On this side it's not so detriment, simply because we are going to buy the other two fields right over there, 1 and 2, eventually, and do the same thing there. If I hadn't spent 30 some odd $1,000 on this, fixing it up, and thinking it would be a good tractor, I would have the money to do it. But since I did this, I don't have the money for it. I gotta back up. And I need to take another pass at it, just a little bit better lined up. However, if we have to, we can always fix it with the construction tools. There we go. That was a nice looking pass. A lot better with it lined up. Much better. And the reason I do two passes here like this is simply because when I do the passes going up and down the road there, I want to give myself plenty of room for the plow to take and be dropped into the field. Without, yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll do a third pass. Just for good measure, right? In the new upgrade gave it plenty of horsepower. It's just this tractor does not respond well. Obviously, it's a vehicle that has a digital throttle on it. Okay. Yeah, let's finish this off here. And yeah, it looks good. Just kind of give myself a little more practice here too as I cut the road with this, or the field with this plow. Because when we cut across that field, I'm going to plow across that field to give myself a line to follow. Yes, I should probably hit that before I go back. Pretty much. That's it. We did it. So we have the extra field attached to the new one, or the old field. And we're going to cut it off basically so it's the same width as the whole field here, but it'll be the same length as the other two fields there. Now that's going to allow us to connect the fields together, and then when we do buy those, we'll just have one ultra massive field. And I have the money to buy one plot today, but not both. Not both and have the extra money comfortably. So that, we'll turn that off. Let's go into the farmland and see what it costs to buy the next one up too. That one is going to be 27,000, and we'll go ahead and buy it right now, and then we'll connect that one as well. For the moment, I need to, okay, it's still allowed to create fields. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up as best I can here again. I'm going to line it up like I did going up on the other side. This is the one that's important, as important as we can get it. It's got to be as straight as we can get it. So I'll try to back up and give myself a nice straight run through it. I'm going to do this pass here. Come on, line up, you sucker. Okay, there we go. I'm going to drop the plow, and we're going to cut across again here, and it did a little bit more. Okay. Turn that off, limit to fields. We're going to tell the AI worker to take and plow the field, but all he's going to do is cut across the field, just drive across the field with this little plow, and then we're going to stop him on the other side. And then we're going to go into the construction tools. Okay. I'm going to stop here for a minute. Go into the construction tools here. Let's start on the other side. Make sure we got a nice, good square. Well, not as good as can be expected. Okay. We're going to go into our construction tools down here. We're going to go down to landscaping and painting, and then we're going to paint. I've got to turn and line this up. Just to try and get this nice and pretty. Now, as pretty as can be expected, right? That looks good. That looks good. Okay. I'm just going to take and trim across here. And try to make it as pretty and straight as possible. Which is a little easier said than done. Well, I mean, I could take it and just blast through there and cruise back through there and fix it, but that, if I do that, there we go, and there we go. And we're going to do it again. Let's make this tool a little bigger now. We're going to turn. actually riding right along. We're just deleting the old field pretty much. I mean, not really deleting it, but we're using the painting tool to wipe out the old field. I mean, eventually when we get the money, we'll turn it into pasture, but right now we don't have the money to do the pasture. The pasture is actually pretty expensive to do. But we can take and cut the old field out and turn it into grass. Right? Yeah. And that'll work out pretty good. Make sure we get lined up here, and then we'll zap our way back down the other way. Okay. Yeah, that was kind of a little mess up there. And in a way, it's a lot like setting up the harvester. You know, for the AI worker to take over kind of thing. Because the more passes you make, the more room you give yourself just in case you mess up, right? Which I seem to do quite a bit. Yeah. And there we have it. Well, all right. Okay. That's complete for that spot. And since we did buy the other field as well, we left ourselves $31,000. It's not a lot of money, but it's enough. It is enough. Okay, allow to create fields again. This time I got a nice straight run here. No, I didn't. Okay. I'm gonna drop the plow right there. Zoom, cut, 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 cut. Bang. Didn't get very straight, but that's all right. It'll do. And that's just potatoes. I mean, I don't have no ambition to harvest potatoes. At least not right now. We have a little money, but I don't want to spend what money we have on leasing equipment to harvest them. Although I probably should. Okay, I'm going to go down to the other end and do the same thing. Kind of make a big swath across there. And then we'll take and set the cruise control and plow our way down the field. Well, I don't know if we'll set the cruise control, but we will most definitely do our best to get this so it's lined up as best as we can get it. Well, that's not horrible. It's not. It's not lined up optimally. So we'll make another pass with a plow set to create field. And that'll, yeah, that actually made it even better. Okay, back up and give ourselves another swath or path here, a couple of runs. Beginning to think I should have used the other tractor. So this is a fended, I think it is. Let me get out and we'll see what it is. No, Valtra. And this thing, I don't really like it because of the delay. It has a major delay. I mean, see, I hit the. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Use. Okay, stop. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. There are other tractors out there who don't have that delay. Excuse me. And this field is already getting very big. Once we add that last field to it, it's going to be absolutely massive. So what we're going to do is when we finish connecting these two fields, I will turn the smaller tractor here with an AI worker set to plow that field there. And then I will jump in the big tractor and probably set an AI worker to plow that one. Do I need to make another pass across there? I don't think I do. I don't know if it's the game or if it's this tractor. This tractor is just being really wishy-washy today. I mean, I thought with the engine upgrade that it wouldn't have that major delay, but it didn't seem to stop it. So I'm going to say this tractor is just a roach. I don't know if it's like that in the real world, if there's this one even exists. And I think every tractor in here exists in the real world, but I don't know if they try to copy the way they react in the real world, and if this is the way this tractor runs in the real world. That's a seriously major issue. That would, I mean, in my opinion, if I bought one of these in the real world, and this had that kind of a delay when you stepped on the throttle and that kind of a response, I would take it back or wouldn't even, buy it in the first place. But I'm not a farmer, not in real life. And who knows, maybe this thing is actually better in the real world than it is here. Just because here it is a major piece of junk. And I will be getting rid of this one as soon as I possibly can. As soon as I have the money to replace it with something much better. I mean, the class run good, they're strong. They don't seem to have a big delay in the throttle. The John Deere was good too. It didn't have a delay in the throttle. I mean, it was actually one of the better responsive ones. You hit the throttle and it would go. So as time goes on, that's what we'll do. We'll try to either get a Fendit. Fendits I like those as well. I think it was the Fendit. Either a John Deere or a class, or maybe we'll try one of the other, variants from maybe the new DLC or something. I mean, this is not a bad looking tractor. It's kind of a digital. It seems like it's, of the modern era. It's digital throttle, digital everything. So it just makes it a rough vehicle to take and drive and try to do things with, like pulling the trailers and stuff. It's like it's got enough power to pull them. Just with the digital response, it just doesn't want to do. It just feels like they, it just feels like a roach. That's the best way to put it. Like not a good vehicle choice. And it looks like I will have to make another pass there. That's alright, we have to go back up to the other end anyway. That's where I was going to turn this one loose, is at the other end. Yeah, just to, finish plowing the rest of the small field there. Or the end of this field. And then I'll turn, I'll work on getting the big one up here. And getting those potatoes plowed under. And I think after this one here, we're going to have to take and spend some time to make enough money to buy a cultivator, because we can cover a wider area with it. And with the new field being as big as it is, and then once we get to the other spot over there, it's going to be even bigger. And I'm not sure what we're going to do in the future as far as planting on these fields. If we're going to continue to plant the soybeans, because that's kind of been our crop through the whole playthrough. Our soybeans. It's been our bread and butter. And it pays really, really good for, you know, $2,500 roughly when you go to sell it for whatever selling unit is. So it's like, I think it's for like every 1,000 you have, you get 2,500 for when you sell it for every 1,000 liters, which is nothing to sneeze at. That's really good money. And with this field being as big as it is, we're going to make a lot of money with it, I think. Yeah, it is kind of a shame to just plow those potatoes in and not harvest them. But to take and lease equipment to take and do that, I would have to lease a potato harvester. I mean, we could look at it. Let's see. I mean, if it's not too ungodly expensive, maybe we will. Maybe. Potato technology. Yeah, there's only one choice. And to lease it, we would eat up, well, see what it costs to lease. Yeah, $12,000 to lease it. No, we're just going to plow it under. I mean, we would probably make a lot of money. Could probably make a lot of money, but we're going to probably be harvesting that for a couple hours, so we're going to eat up everything that's in our savings to try it. Which isn't really in our savings, it's not at the bank. It's not in a loan format. And we don't have the ability to take out any more loans. So if we did that, we would just wind up hurting ourselves. Because we wouldn't have the money to buy seed or fertilizer or lime to cultivate this field or to get this field ready to go for this season. Yeah, let's do it this way. And having that delay in there just really screwed me up. Or I'll blame it on that delay. Yeah, that's it. Just blame it on the delay. Maybe the delay didn't do it. Just use that as an excuse, though. And somewhere in the future, we are going to have to buy a rock picker and come through these fields and just clean all this rock out. I don't know if cleaning the rock out will improve our yield or not. I have no idea. I have no idea how that works. Well, I'll look. I mean, we're going to try it eventually anyway, so we might as well, right? We'll see. You know what future videos hold. Obviously, we're gonna probably do a few more at least. One thing's for certain, I definitely love my farming simulator. believe everybody is entitled to their own opinion. My opinion on this tractor is it's a piece of junk. That's my opinion. Okay. With that said, we'll let this guy here work on this, and then I'll switch to the other tractor. Yeah, it looks like he'll... Actually, let me turn this off, and I'll go along this other outer edge here, and I'll make a path over here. Because I'm not sure that if I turn on the allow to create fields on the other vehicle, if it's going to allow this one to do the same. I wouldn't think so, but you never know. So just in case, worst case scenario, we will take and give him a nice wide berth before we turn him loose and start cutting the other field. Actually, I don't even think I have to do the allow to create fields anymore. At least not for the moment. I think it's done. Yeah, I do think it's done. I don't think we need to allow him to create fields. I don't know why I was thinking that, but I was. Just might as well go down here and, yeah, hit that last little spot there. Nope. And I hit the V button as I passed it, but it didn't drop the plow. So, we gotta back up again, drop the plow, and cross over it again. Come on. You can do it. Okay, so turn that around. And it don't really matter which way we turn him loose to take and cut this field, so we'll just turn him loose from right here. Let him work his way until that's done. And I'm going to ask y'all to take and bear with me for a second, or a minute. And I'll just leave it here to run up and down the field for a minute. Yeah, I'll be on camera talking some here and there, but I'm going to kind of have my hands busy for a second rolling a smoke. Alright, all. Now, with that said, this video is supposed to be about uh, joining the fields together. So I will cut it short here. Uh, we got our fields done. We got our fields connected. We bought the extra piece of property in this video, and I think that's all that we did. Complained a lot about the tractor. um, well, this is Indesi with Indesi Gaming. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. And until the next time, peace.